The next item is G. And the information given are for G, lead time is 1 week. We have nothing available on hand right now, and 500 coming in week 1. Scheduled receipt is 500. Now the gross requirement for G is 1 unit for each F. So gross requirement is 1 times planned order release of F. Here is F. So last row again. So 550, 1000, nothing, and then 1000, 1500, and that's it. So those are the gross requirements for G. So now we have 500 is the scheduled receipt, but we need 550. So we have a net requirement of 50, planned order, receipt of 50. We have 1 week lead time. So this is an exception case. So let's make a note of this. We do not have sufficient lead time for this. So then we have net requirement So when you do the MRP computations, situations like this could occur. So that should be prepared as an exception report, and we need to expedite. Maybe we can do some splitting, and we'll talk about how to deal with exception situations like this in a little bit. Now the last item is E. So we are done with C, D, and G. So the only item remaining is E. And the available information for E is lead time is 2 weeks. We have 3,000 available on hand, and then we have 3,000 coming in week 1 and 3,000 coming in week 2. Now the gross requirement for E is 8 for D and 4 for G. So 8 times PO or L of D plus 4 times PO or L of G. So let's do the D part first. So that is D. Okay, so there is D. 800, 2400, 2400 and 3200. Then 4 times G. So 4 times G will be plus 4,000 plus 4,000. Okay. and then plus 6,000. So these are the requirements. Now we'll compute. So 3,000 available at the beginning. 3,000 plus 3,000 is 6,000. Take away 4,800. So you're left with 1,200. 1,200 plus 300. So you get 4,200. 4,200 minus 6,400 minus 4,200 will give you 2,200. 2,200 must be made available, 2 weeks lead time, and 0, 8,400 is the requirement for that, and then 3,200. Now this completes the last item. Now we have to put together a report from the MRP computations. I'm going to illustrate two reports. So the first one is action items. Report. And this is a list of planned order release for week number 1. So those are the orders that must be placed right away. The ones that are in the future, in week 2, week 3, week 4, we have to plan for them, but they are not action items right now. So the ones that are in week 1 must be ordered right this week. So let's look at what those are. So here we have A is 30, so the first one order 30 units of A, and then B is 200, so 2 order 200 units of B. Then we have 550 for F. So G order 550 units of F, and then 1250 for C. And 100 for D. Then we'll list this as a separate item. Next is 1,000 order 1,000 units of G, and then order 2,200 units of E. So these are the actions that must be taken right now. Then the second report is the exception report. So any problem areas, so that's what that is. So 50 units. So the first exception is 50 units of G is required for week 1, but not available. So this is something that we'll have to try to mitigate. One thing we could do is to expedite the order, or we can place the order and get the deliveries staggered, because this 50 units will be needed only after we are done with the 500. So we don't need it at the beginning of the week. will probably be needed towards the end of the week. So if we can expedite, the lead time being only 1 week, if we can expedite it and maybe get it done in 3 days or something, half a week, then we will be all right. So, but that this needs to be closely watched and expedited.